All right, welcome back. So 23 minutes before the top of the hour, let's get into our trending topics of the day. Gosh, there are so many to choose from this morning. I'm going to race through some of them because I don't want to keep our guest waiting too long. But, I mean, just to have a look at them step by step, SAImmigration. This looks like a conversation, or it was something that was held on social media, and it was hosted by Hopewell Chinono, and I think he's a Zimbabwean journalist who hosted this conversation with a lot of guests coming in and speakers. So, and the title of this was South African Foreign Nationals Immigration Situation, using the hashtag SAImmigration, and people weighing in on their stories and saying, you know, what it is like for firstly a Zimbabwean trying to get work permits and live in South Africa, and others talking from the other point of view as the South Africans, you know, talking to Zimbabweans coming in, taking jobs. So it really did get quite an interesting conversation going here. I'll just read one or two of them that I see. This is from Sue Nyati saying it's weird that Zimbabweans will challenge the South African government, but they won't challenge ZANU-PF. That's from Kwena Mulekwa talking. Then Matshidiso Madea saying, I think the current speaker's confused. This was obviously just commenting on one of the speakers. The recording is there. There's a full recording, by the way, of this conversation, and you can listen to it. Saying people don't like them when people say the issue is a ticking time bomb. Governments are failing on both sides. In some instances, it's issues of low-hanging fruit and frustrations, but no. So there really is a lot of comment that is coming here, and people just talking about their experience of South African immigration from both sides, the Zimbabwean and the South African side. And it's a pretty tense topic, I have to tell you. So take a look at it. That's still the #1 trending topic this morning. All right, looking at your rest of your topics now. This one. Okay, so, you know me and my sports knowledge. I mean, my football knowledge is not that great. It's growing. I have no option but for it to grow these days, with SK being next to me. But, SK's away for the week, so I'll have to take this one on. But, I mean, even when I woke up and I saw the highlights from the match, and I saw sort of, as I was going to sleep on Sunday night, and all of the drama around this, I was like, I don't watch football, but I can tell you one thing. For me, it looked like the Ghanaian player, he was diving. I mean, no one touched him to get a penalty going. Well, I mean, that's my unprofessional opinion, but it seems like that's the opinion of a lot of people, to the point that SAFA has actually lodged an official complaint about this controversial penalty. So we'll see what actually happens there, and people are furious about this, because I must say, Bafana have been putting on a top performance, trying to qualify for the World Cup, and this could really put a dent in it. But there's the one thing losing, and then there's another thing being cheated out of into a loss. So that's a big thing that needs to be looked at. In fact, it's our question of the day as well, but I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute or two. So that's a big trending topic, and I think a conversation that'll happen until we find out what's going on. Then, of course, SAPS. This happened last night. I think it was last night, but I certainly only saw the video coming up last night. But I don't know if you saw it. I think we've got, do we have a little bit of the video? This happened on Sunday night. No, we don't have the video. Okay, so it was apparently a shooting at a lodge out in Mulderstrup, and for those that are not, familiar with the area, it's in Johannesburg, but right at the bottom. It's go down Beyersnodien, it's all the way down there. And the guest was apparently involved in an argument with staff, and police were then alerted. And on arrival, there was an argument, and he pulled a firearm, and then police fired a shot. And apparently the man is in hospital at the moment, but there's a lot of investigations. IPID is probing this particular case. So the full video is out on social media, and people are just talking to the SAPS and what unfolded there. But it's quite a gruesome video. I think we have got a video. Have a look. This is a portion of the video, not the full one. Oh my God, okay, we're getting lots of confusion here. We don't have this video, we've got another video. But anyway, it's out. The full video is out there if you want to watch it. But it's, sure, not nice to watch, but nonetheless, that is the story, and that's why they are they're talking about SAPS. Miss SA, here's another topic that will not go away, and it's all got to do with Miss Universe and South Africa's participation in this particular pageant. So it seems to be a bit of a standoff now between the organisers of the Miss SA and South Africa. South Africa has now, the government has pulled their support, saying that they will not be supporting Miss SA going into the pageant. This is for the Miss Universe title that's being held in Israel. They're saying they will not go, they will not be putting the name to it. But Miss SA, we haven't heard, I don't think we've heard since that what their next move is going to be, but they've been quite adamant, saying that this is a beauty pageant and it has nothing to do with politics, and Lalela has and deserves her moment to shine at Miss Universe. So this is where we're at, and people are weighing in on this conversation. They have been. I mean, this has been going on for about 2 or 3 weeks now, and it's not going away. But of course, it's now just come to a bit of a head because of the government saying, no, they're not going to, they justified their decision and they will not support this because, of course, what's happening between Israel and Palestine. They do not want to allow her to go there with a South African flag. So that's in a nutshell what that story is about. Next one is, of course, in the final one, KhuselaDiko. And, you know, this is all again about PPE and what happened on this particular story. And that's, of course, with Khusela, all about a 1 million rand fee that she was paid, and everybody's talking to this one, and basically the SIU alerting the presidency to KhuselaDiko's 1 million rand digital vibes payout, and the SIU has sent a letter to President Ramaphosa's office informing it of the alleged corruption by his former spokesperson, and this is right out there. And you know, this is now, we're waiting to see what's going to actually happen, receiving 1 million rand, and now what is the next move? So as you know, she was suspended at one stage, but is back, different position, not in the spokesperson position, but is still working, and all is well. But it doesn't seem that all is too well when it comes to the SIU. All right. Although I am seeing another thing that's coming out here saying that the SIU has denied a report that it has sent a letter to President Ramaphosa allegedly informing him about allegations about his former spokesperson KhuselaDiko receiving a 1 million rand controversial communique from the digital vibes. So they've also, government news has also put out a statement saying that the SIU have denied that and rejecting that that is actually the story. Oh, okay. 3 sides of a story again. Their side, his side, and the truth. Okay, we'll have to wait to find out what the truth is if we ever do. Let's talk about the question now. SAFA, this is where we're going with this. So SAFA has lodged an official complaint after Bafana Bafana's controversial penalty against Ghana. What do you think of the officiating in this match? I mean, give us your opinions. Everybody is already talking about it. So here's that moment, and let's show it to you. Here is the moment of this match that's the big controversy. And of course, after that, the penalty was awarded, and you know, this is what people are saying. You know, we don't, of course, have the VAR system, so we weren't able to play that back here in Africa. So they didn't get the opportunity to do that, and this is a big problem because that, of course, is where Ghana scored that goal that, of course, saw South Africa losing that particular match. But it's been appealed, and we're now going to see what happens there, and if that match does get replayed. So that's our question. We want you to weigh in on that. All right, let's quickly take a break. When we return, coalitions under the spotlight.